Good evening, dear televiewers. This is Essential African Information. Thank you for tuning in. Let's commence with this information about the ambassador of Cameroon to Switzerland, that's in the person of Leonard Henry Benzi, denounced yesterday, Monday, July 12, 2021, through a press release, remarked as virulent, a protest which aims to destabilize the institution by attacking the one who embodies them and calls Cameroonians wherever they are not to give in to hate speech. In addition to this, Leonard Henry Benzi asked those who live in Switzerland not to join in unacceptable maneuvers aimed at destabilizing and tarnishing the image of the country and undermining the excellent relations with the host country friends, including the authorities, especially those of security, were duly informed about this situation. This outing of the diplomatic comes following the announcement of the famous group called the Brigade Anti-Sardinat to destabilize and disturb the stay of President Paul Biya and wife Chantal Biya with a demonstration scheduled for July 17. Recall that the Cameroonian president left the country on Sunday accompanied by his wife Chantal Biya and members of the civil cabinet of the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon for a private short stay in Switzerland. We move over to the health domain, where Cameroonian Minister of Public Health, that's Dr. Manauda Malashi, yesterday, July 12, 2021, opened a series of consultations which ended on Tuesday, July 13 in Yaoundé. The purpose of these consultations was to assess the response rate of the COVID-19 pandemic. It should be noted that more than 100,000 people have already been vaccinated within 4 days, and that this campaign, launched by the Cameroonian Health Board on July 7, was supposed to be closed on July 11, 2021. However, in view of the enthusiasm observed during the campaigns, Dr. Manauda Malashi has decided to add 5 more days in order for objectives to be attained. The death toll from the violence and looting that has plagued South Africa for several days has risen to 32, with the announcement of 22 more deaths early on July 13, 2021 by the Prime Minister of KwaZulu-Natal Province, Cyril Zikalala. He added that 6 people have died in the Johannesburg metropolitan area, as confirmed by President Cyril Ramaphosa on Monday evening. The army was also called in on Monday to contain the violence in South Africa. On the 4th day of violence, triggered by the imprisonment of former presidents in the person of Jacob Zuma, incidents broke out on June 9, 2021 in Zulu country, where Mr. Zuma is originally from and where he was imprisoned after being sentenced to 15 months for contempt of court. Since then, the unrest has spread to the poorest areas of Johannesburg, where Mr. Zuma's fate is likely irrelevant. According to President Cyril Ramaphosa, he has appealed to South Africans to consider the consequences of their actions. On to Tunisia, where President Kais Saied has received his first dose of the vaccine and promises not to lose the war against the fight against the coronavirus pandemic in Tunisia, where the health situation is considered catastrophic and the vaccination process campaign is too low. The country, which recorded only about 50 deaths from March to August of 2020, is currently at more than 16,000 deaths, with records of 194,189 or 134 new daily cases recorded within days. Tunisia's president has received his first dose of vaccine and promises not to lose the war against the coronavirus pandemic in Tunisia, where the health situation is considered catastrophic and the vaccination campaign too low. We also noticed that in Tunisia on March 2020, only about 50 people had the vaccine, and of course over 100 people got vaccinated and 11.6 million residents in the country. The European Union formally established a military mission for Mozambique on June 12 to help train its armed forces battling Islamic link jihadists in the northern Cabo Delgado province. A deadly insurgency by militants linked to the Islamic State group has ravaged the gas-rich Cabo Delgado province since late 2017, claiming some 3,000 lives and displacing 800,000 people. Former colonial power Portugal is already providing training for Mozambican troops, while Lisbon military instructors on the ground are expected to make up some half of the new European Union mission, which will be headed by a Portuguese commander. The aim of the mission is to train and support the Mozambican armed forces in protecting the civilian population and also restoring safety and security in the Cabo Delgado province. A European Union statement states, without giving details on the overall size of the deployment of the forces. We move over to sports, where the General Assembly of the Cameroon Football Federation, that's FECAFOOT, was held this Tuesday, July 13, 2021 at the Montfede Hotel in Yaoundé. It aimed to bring compliance within this football body. It must be said that the assembly has been cancelled yesterday by the Senior Divisional Officer of Yaoundé 2, following reasons linked to the non-respect of the facts in force, the non-respect of the spirit of the sentence banned down by the Court of Arbitration for Sports, that stands, endorsing the illegitimacy of those summoned on July 13, 2021. A decision which was annulled by the Senior Divisional Officer a few hours later. The International Football Federation gave its support to FECAFOOT in the organization of this National Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your keen attention. Remember, up next is the French edition of information. Stay tuned and be blessed.